Okay, welcome to welcome to my live stream. It's interesting thinking that people might actually watch this. I spent like an hour prior to the stream just kind of like playing around with things and like testing things out. So, um, yeah, that's that. But in this stream, I have to remember to like look at the lens because I put it to the side like on purpose like that. But I also could put it here. I don't know. Ignore the room. I'm going through a whole room renovation, remodeling, whatever. I would like to wait till obviously I have the perfect conditions, but you can just watch over the few coming days how my room magically starts to look more lively and clear and clean. But today I'm going to be scripting a YouTube video um, for my channel, and I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. So I'm excited for this because I try to do like a pattern interrupt video. A lot of people make videos in a certain style, and so I would like to make my video educational, but in a way that interrupts the pattern. So this is the pattern interrupt, which is like I'm streaming. I'm talking about streaming, and I also stream the entire process of me making this video, or most of it. I'm probably not going to put all of it out there. Maybe just the script, honestly, is probably what I'll stream. Jesus. Jeez. I think I'm just going to stream the script, and then everything else, I think maybe, I don't know. I will stream it, but obviously, like, this is a channel, it's a brand new channel, so no one's going to watch it. So I think I'll stream it, and then I'm just going to unlist it or make it private. And if people want it, then ask for it. And if not, then it is what it is. But obviously, I don't want to give away, like, my full sauce, you know? So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to exit out some of these things. Let's see. Okay, actually, I really don't care enough to exit out these things. So I'm just gonna share my screen. And I need to exit this out though, because that's annoying. Yeah, definitely should have. Just like, feel free to skip ahead, by the way, if you know. Um, but I definitely should have taken the time to make sure that obviously this is all set and ready to go. I'm gonna move my camera a little bit that away, and boom, let's transition. Okay, so this is my current script that I have. So it's not entirely from scratch, like you're not watching me do it entirely from scratch, but this is as from scratch as it'll get because um, I did this when, in a fit of of inspiration, which is how a lot of my videos come. Is like I'm just inspired and I just think something, so then I have to start getting it out, and then I do, and I did. So this is the title. Obviously, founders are streaming now. Should you? And it'll most likely change. So I'm gonna talk about. Bro, this is so like different from how you saw me in the video. So the video that I haven't even made yet, by the way. But I'm going to talk a little bit about how I picked the title, and then I'm going to break down my current thing that I have, and then I'm going to expand on it and write like a more polished version. The thing with me is that I need to write my script. I'll talk about it later. First is the title. So, founders of streaming knowledge. So the title, obviously, like I said, hasn't been decided yet. So it is entirely possible that I stick with this, although it's unlikely. But I need something that catches your attention, that is a pattern interrupt, and something that, um, obviously I'm talking about streaming. So that was the topic, is because it's something that I noticed, right? Like, I am a consumer of YouTube, which is why I make videos, and it's why I have YouTube services, because I love YouTube. I'm obsessed with it. So something I noticed is that a lot of founders are streaming. And another thing I've noticed, which I'll probably talk about in this clip, is that the business space lags behind entertainment trends, which is something I want to talk about. So if you think about like vlogs, right, with like Iman, and even Andrew Tate to an extent. You think about, let's see what else. Even like cinematic. So it's cinematic content, which obviously I've taken or I hope to take some inspiration from that, because that is the content that speaks to me. When you think about vlogs, cinematic content, so this is like Blake Roches or Rojas or something. I don't know. Let's see his name. It's like Mr. 4 to 8. So I'm just gonna put that in there. Mr. 4 to 8. Or is it whatever? You know who I'm talking about. So, this is like the general trend, is that in general, like, the business space lags behind entertainment trends. And so obviously streaming took off a long time ago. And there are very clear benefits to streaming, which is why a lot of founders are streaming. So I noticed that trend, and it's something I want to commentate on and bring in my 2 cents, because I think that if you can, you should stream, but you should also do it in a very certain special way. You should do it in a predictable manner. So I'm going to see if I can, let's see here. I'm going to see if I can bring in Alex Hormozy's YouTube channel. So I'm about to switch the screen and just...
This is Philip.
I know you can hear that. I'm going to his live section, and we're going to see. Okay. All right, so this is Alex Hormozy's YouTube channel. He is... Everyone knows who Alex Hormozy is, and if you don't, then go check him out. But obviously, I bring him up a lot in the YouTube videos. I bring him up a lot, period, because I watch a lot of his content, and obviously I'm inspired by him a lot, like just life-wise and content-wise, and he's a great speaker. Like, he's just very inspirational. So, for example, this guy streamed 3 weeks ago. He streamed a month ago. And then another stream a month ago. So let me see actually like how far apart these streams are, because that'll be very telling for, and then this is like 2 months ago. So I'm just gonna do like this 3 month period, right? And even we'll just do the 2 months just because. So this stream, and I'm doing this to prove a point, by the way. So this is April 18th, 2025. Oh, you can just barely see that. That's cool. Okay. So that's April 18th, 2025. Then this one is November 17th, 2025. And then
Live. You're not
this
making as
one
much money as you want because you're
is
not saying the right words or saying them the right way. Saying the
I'm just
right
gonna read
words
that
comes down to
through.
the correct scripting.
Okay.
Saying them the right
Because
way
I know
comes down to
it's
tone.
probably loud. I
This
can
video, I'll
balance it
explain what
out.
I've
But
learned over 14
November
years of selling
6th,
stuff. Last
2025, right?
8 weeks
So we
ago,
went
I
from
just did a
September to
launch. We did
November. Private
$106
relay.
million in 70.
This is
All right.
this is October 9th. So let's actually like
This is nice.
balance it.
We could spend some time
So
together.
this is the earliest stream. September 18th, 2025. Or not the earliest, but like the earliest that I pulled from. September 18th, 2025. Which, by the way, was a... Let me check my phone calendar. September 18th, 2025. Which, by the way, is a Thursday. Okay. September 18th, 2025 was a Thursday. Now, we go on to the next one. October 9th, 2025. So that's almost a whole month later. And October 9th is, again, a Thursday. So that's like 3 weeks later, right? 3 weeks later, it's a Thursday. Then again,
Aren't we
October
live?
16th, 2025.
We were live.
October 16th is a week later. It's a Thursday. Same Thursday.
We live? We live?
Then
We're
again,
live? Test.
November 6th. 3 weeks later, another Thursday. Then again, November 17th. And this is the anomaly. It's a Monday, but it's about 2 weeks later, maybe a week and a half later. It's a Monday. So the point is that Alex Hormozi, which my point was going to be that he doesn't stream consistent, which in a sense he's not very consistent in his streaming. But the more like unique point is that even though he's not consistent in his streaming, you can still very clearly find some kind of schedule, like on a Thursday. Now, the reason why I think that he'll do better in if he made a few tweaks, and obviously I'm in no position, like I'm not Alex Hormozi, he's Alex Hormozi, he knows the game, he knows everything. Like who am I? But this is my 2 cents. My 2 cents is that he would do way better in terms of streaming if, number one, he streamed on a weekend, because everyone, like people don't work on weekends, so there's more availability for people. If you streamed in a predictable manner on a weekend, so it doesn't have to be every week, like it doesn't have to be like every Saturday, it could be every like 2 weeks, like this Saturday you stream, next Saturday you take a break, the Saturday after that you stream. And this is stuff I'm obviously, you probably already watched in the video, but I'm going to cover that in this script. It's like the predictability of things. So anyway, I'm going to delete this for now because I don't need to make titles right now. I'm just working on the script. But yeah, this is just talking about people who are streaming, like what is with the deal with streaming and how can you mold this trend to fit you, your channel, and your business. That is all I'm looking at in this video. So I'm going to start with a pattern interrupt. So it's going to be like, look at this. And what I need to do actually is I was going to say download. I can't download. I want to buy a projector. And I used to have like a whiteboard. I don't know where it is now, but I used to have a whiteboard. I'm in the process of moving, so that's why this place is dirty. But I used to have a whiteboard, and I would like to put my whiteboard, like hang it up on the wall if I can, and then I would love to be able to project onto my whiteboard, like on the wall. That's gonna be tough, but I would love to be able to do that, and then have that be the opening. So it's gonna be like, look at this, and then the clips are gonna be Alex Hormozi live. It's gonna be Alex Becker live. It's going to be Charlie Morgan live, and then it's going to be even this other dude. His name is like David Babcock or something. David Bab. Yeah, David Babcock. Is that his name? No, that's not his name. What's his name? David. David. He's like he did like I'm just gonna air filter. David air filter. Let's see. David Heacock. There we go. Okay. So hold on. Let me show you what I'm looking at. All right. So this is our guy, David Heacock. This guy has been on the live trend for quite a while now, but it's really hard to go live when nobody knows who you are and you're doing business content, business advice, and you don't have anybody's trust yet. Like this is the difficult part. So I think it very clearly would be beneficial for me to bring him up in the script. So I just added that to the script. So yeah, this guy. Hold on. Like, I'm probably not gonna flash him on the screen because nobody knows, but he's gonna be a great case study for like later on in the video where it's like, okay, well, does this mean you should start streaming? Not exactly, because this guy named David Heacock, he started streaming and started streaming, I would say, a little prematurely, and this is the result. He's not getting as much views as he should be. I think he should be getting a lot of views because he's one of the first, like, I remember this guy doing it like a year ago. Like, he started streaming a year ago, and it was a certain time where he would do this like every day. So this is
We
like
are live.
December 6th, 2024. This is, let's see, December 13th. So like every week, I will say, not every day. But yeah, like once a week, it clearly was a part of his content strategy. December 27th was to like stream. Like he was live every single week. And then he stopped. And then he started again, and last time he streamed was 3 months ago. It's hard to do, I will say it's hard to do and be consistent in, but anyway, I just thought that I would add that. So let's go back to Obsidian. So pattern interrupts is going to be clips flashing of the big dogs streaming. So people like Alex Hormozy, Charlie Morgan, and Alex Becker. I wonder if like Mr. Beast. So let's see. He has multiple channels. Let me see his second channel, Mr. Beast 2. Like, he used to go live, like, I don't know. He had a few lives. He also had a few, maybe not in Mr. Beast, but he used to have a few lives. Beast Gaming probably would have, no. I don't know. It's tough for him to pivot his content strategy because he has such a huge team behind him. Mr. Beast, that is. Which you can't see what I'm looking at, but just trust I'm looking at Mr. Beast right now. But he's the one who had the conversation, which you probably know from watching the video, but he had the conversation with Alex Hormozy. Okay. So, gonna have these big dogs. I'm trying to think who else, because I think Iman Ghazi. And like even like Hamza too. Okay, so let me see. Iman Gadzi does not have any lives, but his second channel, Iman Gadzi, by the way, his unscripted channel, which I have a prediction for vlog channels, like business owners and their vlog channels, and I think that it's going to become more and more relevant, which you can't see what I'm circling, but it's Iman Gadzi's channel. Let me see, like, his business channel. Okay. No life. So I know there's like Charlie Morgan. Charlie Morgan has definitely gone live quite a bit. Yeah. Okay. November 27th. Again on a Thursday. This is the same day that I think Alex Ramosi probably went live on that day. Okay. Enough of that. Just want to make sure I have enough footage to actually do the intro that I want to do. It's going to be Alex Ramosi, Charlie Morgan, and Alex Becker. And together, so I'm going to say, look at this. I'm going to flash the clips. And then I'm going to say, these people together are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. These entrepreneurs worth hundreds of millions of dollars have decided to completely pivot. Look at this. These entrepreneurs worth hundreds of millions of dollars have decided to completely pivot their content strategy and focus on I don't like this new thing, and focus on streaming. Okay, so the thing is, right, I need to be sure that my pattern interrupts oh, by the way, I streamed video. Like, it's gonna be like, if you want to watch it, or if you're curious how that went, the link in the description. So I'm gonna link to this live in there. So that's the thing, is I need to be sure that my pattern interrupt is going to be like, okay, also I streamed this whole video. Like, I streamed me making this whole video. And is that what it's going to be? Because I also need interludes, which I'll put here. So, interludes. I need interludes, which is like in between, like what is the story building up to? maybe I'll do like me filming build me film me Jesus me filming B-roll. So like here it's going to be like start stream, sequence on OBS. So look at this. These entrepreneurs worth hundreds of millions of dollars have decided to completely pivot their content strategy and focus on streaming. So then I'm going to have a sequence of clips that's going to be me starting streaming, and then I'm going to say, so why would they spend their valuable time on this, and is it worth it for you to okay, these entrepreneurs, I'm gonna rough, that way I can just fold it up, outline, boom. All right, so it's gonna say these entrepreneurs worth hundreds of millions of dollars have decided to completely pivot their content strategy and focus on streaming. So why would they spend their valuable time on this? And okay, do the sequence and say, so why would they spend their valuable time on this? And is it worth it for you to also take that leap? Like, should that be how I introduce? I feel like that's not good enough. These entrepreneurs decided to pivot and focus on streaming. This part is good, but this part I think needs some help. This is like the last, like the part of the hook to kind of tie everything together. I don't know if I like this. I need to dig deeper. So I'm gonna say they're risking their valuable time for, because okay, I need to know what's coming next, I think is the thing too. Is like why are they streaming, obviously. Okay, so these entrepreneurs worth hundreds of millions of dollars have decided to completely pivot their content strategy and focus on streaming. Now, streaming in and of itself is not new. Okay, wait. I think I need to streaming okay. There are way more streams than viewers now. That's so interesting. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at, because this is actually pretty cool. Okay, so this is like a little. Can I like expand this? Okay, so this is a little obviously graph, viewers to streamers, and the green is viewers, blue is stream or viewers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is streams. Is it streams or streamers? Yeah, streams. I don't know why it says streamers, but like, so back in 2020, they've been pretty closely matched with, a lot of times there's even been more viewers than streams, And I'm guessing these have probably been like, maybe there's some events or something, maybe some subathons or whatever happening in these big spikes. But generally speaking, the amount of viewers and the amount of streams have kind of followed closely, but with a small amount of separation, like small amount of more viewers and streams. And then you get to obviously the pandemic and everyone's home, so the gap shrinks a little bit more. And then you get to like here, which now it's time for me to kind of close that back up. And you can see when you get to the end, it finally hit a crossroads right around here, right around like the end of 2024. So obviously some people probably made some New Year's resolutions, and in January, throughout the rest of the year, that picked up. Either people made New Year's resolutions, or more than likely, people just stopped watching Twitch. So the viewers dropped, but the amount of streams increased, or stayed kind of stagnant, I should say. The viewership dropped, which is, looking back, I think this definitely coincides with the bot apocalypse, like the bot purge. Twitch just had a huge bot purge, but I don't know. I don't know though. I mean, for viewers, yeah. So I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know. So I want to say like it started picking up during the pandemic. So I'm gonna say like these guys aren't actually the first people. Let's say like first people to see the value in streaming. Anyone with a pulse on pop culture. Is that harsh? I feel like that might be harsh. These guys aren't actually the first people to see the value in streaming. Anyone with a pulse on pop culture could see it rising, and could see that like many other forms of media, it skyrocketed. That sounds like a ChatGPT word. I don't know. It skyrocketed. It ballooned. There we go. These guys aren't actually the first people to see the value in streaming. Anyone with a pulse on pop culture could see that, like many other forms of media, it ballooned in popularity during the pandemic. And it kind of never really went back down. And it kind of never really went back down. And it kind of stuck. I'll say it stuck, because we just saw it definitely went back down. But stuck. With breakout stars like, oh, and then also, okay, so I want to talk about like the word parasocial, because this is a word that most definitely ballooned in popularity in 2020. So I'm gonna do a few different searches here, if you hang with me. And this is basically what scripting a video is. Like, it's literally just me, like, writing a script and then doing research all simultaneously. So what I wanted was, like, sometimes if you see like parasocial like definition, I'm going to increase the size of this. Okay. Okay. That should be fine. Sometimes if you do this, it'll show you like the use of it. So it does say it picked up. Where does it say? Like, this is it picked up, you know, here, then like in the 80s, whatever, increased exponentially, obviously, with the rise of famous people, movie stars, all that stuff. There were some crazy people who would show up to their house. But then, kind of had a dip in, with the, I don't know what caused this dip, but it had a dip from 15 to 17, and then it rose again. But this site, by the way, Google Trends is godsend. It's a great site. Okay. Let's see. I'll do a custom time range. So I want to go from like 2018. We'll do like January 1st, 2018 to present day, December 8th. Okay. Let's see. This is, yeah. So the popularity. Okay. So the popularity clearly rose in 2020. It started rising, and then clearly it peaked after the people became famous, and now it's at an all-time high because, you know, people. Okay. And then also, let's see parasocial Twitch. Okay. 2019, 2021 is like huge peaks. Okay. Okay. So just wanted to check that and kind of make sure that I have my ducks in a row. What is going on? Why is it not showing? Hello. That is so weird. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Alright. So these guys aren't actually the first people to see the value in streaming. Anyone with a pulse on pop culture could see that, like many other forms of media, it ballooned in popularity during the pandemic, and it kind of stuck with breakout stars like I Show Speed, or like Kai Cenat is like the biggest streamer. I don't want to say him first. I'm going to say I have to say him first. Kai Cenat, I Show Speed. Who else? Who are the biggest streamers? Huh, wait, hold on. Oh, Aiden Ross, that's a big one. Aiden Ross. Biggest streamers. Oh, XQC. Okay, these guys are actually the first people to see the value in streaming. Anyone with a pulse on pop culture can see that, like many other forms of media, it ballooned in popularity during the pandemic, and it kind of stuck with breakout stars like Kai Cenat, Aisha Speed, Aiden Ross, and XQC. And XQC, who have since garnered an absolute die-hard following and tens of millions of dollars as a result. So how does this fit for our OG, let's see, what I say, of our so why does this matter for our big dogs I flashed, big dogs we saw earlier? Well, it's no secret that the business space, the internet business space, or make money online space, as they call it, oh, by the way, I'm going to take a quick intermission just to tell you, for anyone who's curious about the app I'm using to write my script, this is Obsidian. And the reason why I use Obsidian over something like Notion is because I really like the idea of, first of all, being able to write offline, which Notion just added that relatively recently. But also, I like the idea of owning my files. So by the way, this is not sponsored, but I a lot of times I like see people do things like in a video or on a stream, and I'm like, what is that? And like they never talk about it. So I'm talking about it because I know there's probably gonna be someone who, like me, is gonna be curious as to what I'm using to write the script. Another reason why I like this more than Notion is because down here it has the word count, which is very informative in letting me know how long the script is, like how long the video will be as a result. And even like if you highlight it like that, it'll show you like the length of what you highlighted versus, the whole thing, which is great for me, which means I don't have to use Google Docs anymore, because I definitely used to use Google Docs. Now I don't have to do that. And then also, Notion doesn't do that. Like, Notion only tells you the whole document, which is kind of annoying, because if I have a rough outline like this, like I have here, then it's going to count that in it as well, which is annoying. I don't know if they've changed it, but when I used to use it, that's what it did. So that's why I don't use Notion. And then this is just way simpler. And then also a cool thing, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, a cool thing is this. So you can see like a graph view. You can make I think it's called, like, I don't know what it's called. Something gassed or something. It's some German word, or at least kettle gas, I think. Which is cool. Like, you can see how all your nodes connect. You can connect them with links and then see how they all connect. So this also was a cool thing for me, which is why kind of played into why I using Obsidian. That's an accident, but you probably, I mean, the video will probably be out by the time anyone is even watching this anyway. So that's also why I didn't even bother to like delete this tab, because I'm like, that would be pretty cool if someone saw the tab and they're like, oh, like that's a video I just watched too. So yeah, I don't like you can look at it, but I'm not gonna go into detail on that. Okay, let's get back to it. So why does this matter for our big dogs that we saw earlier? Well, it's no secret that the internet business space, or the make money online space as they call it, is, or I said that in this one, I think. I said make money online space lags behind entertainment trends. As they call it, tends to lag behind regular entertainment trends. I'm dropping frames. I don't know why I'm dropping frames, but I'm dropping frames. So if you've noticed that I've been dropping frames, I'm sorry. I don't know like what to do to fix it or change it or what, but what I can do is stop charging my laptop because it's 100%. Okay, so I'm gonna say as it, and by the way, this is taking me longer because I feel like I have to explain it as I'm going, but don't worry, I'm not gonna, you know, like I feel like it'd be kind of, it wouldn't be, this live wouldn't serve the same purpose. This is basically just me making an hour long video, but without any pressure of like editing or anything. And this live wouldn't serve the same purpose if I just sat here and watched you, like just went to town and, you know, the reason why the live is the live and why I'm making it this way is because I want it to be something where you can learn something from it. It's not just a form of entertainment. It's something where you're learning like how I actually make my videos as of now, because how people make videos obviously changes as time goes on, but right now this is how I make my videos and this is why I do the things that I do. So something you'll notice is that I read my script a lot because I like to make sure that it sounds good and that it flows well. So, and then I'm gonna actually boom, boom. That was, there we go. I like to make sure it reads good and flows well. So like look at this, and then I read it a lot. So I'm not gonna read it again, but like you've seen me reading it for, you know, the 50th time. And yeah, I mean if I come across anything else that's peculiar that I think you might want to know, I will let you know. And I'm probably gonna end the stream in about 20 minutes. And I'm gonna make a maybe unofficial. Well, actually, I'm gonna make a commitment that every single word of the script resulting, I'm going to try my best to write it on stream. So if I feel inspired, I'm not just gonna sit on the couch and plug away. I'm going to come down here and write it on stream. But obviously, if it's like, because sometimes I'll be like in bed, it's like 12 a.m., and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I need to put this in. So obviously, those situations, I'm not going to start stream because it's like 12 a.m. But if it's like the situation where, you know, I just finished eating lunch and I'm like, oh, I feel it, then obviously I'm going to come and start stream. Okay, so let's finish like the intro-ish. I don't even know what section this is. These guys aren't actually the first people to see the value in streaming. Anyone with a pulse on pop culture could see that, like many other forms of media, it ballooned in, I'm going to say streaming. Anyone with a pulse on pop culture could see that, like many other forms of media, streaming ballooned in popularity during the pandemic and it kind of stuck with breakout stars like Kai Cenat, Aisha Speed, Aiden Ross, and XQC, who've since garnered an absolute die-hard following and tens of millions of dollars, who've since garnered absolutely die-hard, insane die-hard followings, and tens of millions of dollars as a result. And as a matter of fact, the phrase, should I say that? Like the phrase, I'll just put it here just in case. Or maybe like that can be like a scene. Getting paid more than NBA players. Okay. So why does this matter for our big dogs that we saw earlier? Well, it's no secret that the internet business space, or the make money online space as they call it, tends to lag behind regular entertainment trends. What's like interesting, whatever. I need to stand up very soon. Smash. Mainstream entertainment? I was just thinking about it. Okay. So, lags behind mainstream. So why does this matter for our big dogs we saw earlier? Well, it's no secret that the internet business space, or the make money online space as they call it, tends to lag behind mainstream entertainment trends. And this is evident. Just take a look at the popularity of vlogs in 2016 and the resurgence of mainstream and the resurgence of vlogs in the online business space in, I would say, like 2018. So that I'm going to show. So it's going to be like show Imam Gadzi for the online business one, because he was making vlogs, I think. in 2018. Okay. Or even, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't need to do this cinematic thing. Okay. So why does this matter for our big dogs that we saw earlier? Well, it's no secret that the internet business space, or the make money online space as they call it, tends to lag behind mainstream entertainment trends. And take a look at lags behind mainstream entertainment trends. Like, for example, take a look. For example, should I say for example, or should I just go straight into take a look? Lags behind mainstream entertainment trends. Take a look at the popularity. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight into that. Okay. Take a look at the popularity of mainstream vlogs in 2016 and the resurgence of vlogs in the online business space in 2018. Streaming is no different. Streaming is no different. Now, the reason, and not only that, but it makes logical, mathematical sense. Alex Hormozi, who has way than me, can probably explain it better. So I'm going to insert clip of Alex breaking down streaming thing. So I also have this okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so this is basically. Oh, let me show you guys. Finder. Does it have like a. Maybe not. I'll just open it like normally. Okay. This is so like you have to actually prepare for a live, which is so. I'm just gonna. All right, cool. We're gonna watch this together because you've probably seen it, but this is. I really didn't have to do this, but I wanted to because I want to show everything.
But let me show you the difference from an influence perspective. How many reinforcing cycles do you think you can have in 30 seconds compared to 2 hours? It's like not even close. And so if someone watched two 1-hour pieces of content from me, period, okay?
Right.
Difference from an influence perspective. How many reinforcing cycles do you think you can have in 30 seconds compared to 2 hours? It's like not even close. And so if someone watched two 1-hour.
So he's comparing short form content to live streaming, like 2 hours live streaming / podcast, which by the way, I think in this video I'm probably gonna break down why, like, live streaming versus podcasting. I'm gonna add that to the thing. This is podcasting. Okay, I'll show you what I added in a second if I don't forget.
Hour pieces of content for me, period. Okay.
So this is like 2 long videos, which is like you can liken that to a podcast if you want, but he's comparing that with like short form, like 30-second clips or 15 seconds.
120 minutes. For me to get that same level of exposure and kind of cycles of reinforcement with a prospect, and they were only consuming shorts, right? Let's say my average short, let's say it's 15 seconds. So that means it's 4 shorts per minute. So if I have 120 minutes for longs, someone would have to watch 480 shorts to have the same level of exposure as watching.
All right, so you basically you get the point. There we go. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna add that. That's the video. I already clipped it. Like, it's already a little bit shorter. So I'm gonna obviously add that. You probably saw it in the video if you're watching this after you watched the video. I'm about to leave soon, honestly. I've been here for an hour, so I don't know if I can uphold that promise, I'm not gonna lie. But what I will do is, if I do end up, I will probably just like write a lot more and then come back and break down the writing and practice it and like edit it. Maybe this can be like an editing stream and not like a showing you everything that I do stream. Because this, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going so slow. Like, I've made like 30 minutes, 30 seconds. Actually, let's time it. This is also another thing that I do, because I like to know exactly how long my videos are gonna be. So we have the timer. We're gonna start right now. Let's see, I wanna make sure. Look at this. These entrepreneurs with hundreds of millions of dollars have decided to completely pivot their content strategy and focus on streaming. These guys aren't actually the first people to see the value in streaming. Anyone with a pulse on pop culture could see that, like many other forms of media, streaming ballooned in popularity during the pandemic, and it kind of stuck, with breakout stars like Kai Cenat, Aisha Speed, Aiden Ross, and XQC, who've since garnered insane diehard followings and tens of millions of dollars as a result. So why does this matter for our big dogs that we saw earlier? Well, it's no secret that the internet business space, or the make money online space as they call it, tends to lag behind mainstream entertainment trends. Take a look at the popularity of mainstream vlogs in 2016 and the resurgence of vlogs in the online business space in 2018. Streaming is no different. And not only that, but it makes logical, mathematical sense. Alex Ramosi, who has way more credibility than me, can probably explain it better. Okay, that's about 1 minute. That's not bad. That's not bad. Like, I try to push myself to make videos that are longer than 8 minutes for no reason in particular, because I'm not even monetized. But obviously, the more that people watch of you, then the more exposure that they have. It's like basically exactly what we just watched. So obviously, if I can make my videos longer, like the fact that people stay that 1 extra minute to watch me, or for those who do, they're able to clearly develop some sort of relationship, which is exactly what I'm trying to get at. So that is why, and obviously the longer the better. But yeah. Let's see, streaming is no different, and not only that, but it makes a insert clip of Alex breaking down streaming numbers versus shorts. Now, this is why I say, let me see if I think I was making a video where it's like, I don't know if I want to show it this all. All right, I think I was making a video where it was like, um, let's see. Ooh. Let's see. Like, what am I don't know. I thought I made a video where it was like oh yeah. So I was gonna make a video where I break down like, which I don't care honestly. I really don't care. I'm gonna show you because basically nobody's gonna watch this, and whoever does watch this probably deserves to know because they're a real one. Because this is basically the end. So I was gonna make a video. I don't know if this is actually gonna happen, but it's titled "Here's the Thing About Making a Podcast for Your Business," and I don't know if the title's gonna stick or not. But the thing is, um, the like this is my rough outline or like just my brain dump, but the like my position here was neutral, which I kind of want to change, and I want to be more bullish because my position is not neutral. My position is very bullish, but I think I was telling, I think I said down here, I would recommend that you pick the platform you consume the most between Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube and make it a challenge, goal, or KPI. The reason why I believe that is because I think that obviously you want to build consistency first, especially if you're not used to making content. Like making content and making it consistently can be hard, especially for your business. If you're not like if you haven't even done it at all ever. So um yeah, I think but I it's obviously clearly like I would just bite the bullet and do YouTube. I think YouTube is way more valuable than this. But I think if that's what you consume and that's what you can be consistent on, then that's better than nothing. So I need to maybe find a way to say that like this is if we're we're looking long term and prioritizing consistency over we're looking long term and prioritizing consistency over conversions. Okay. Cool. All right, I think that's it for the stream, bruv. Like, I don't think you understand how long I've been here. Um, I'm gonna move it to just the camera. I've been here for a hell of a long time, and as you can see, there's a lot of work that needs to get done behind me. So I need to get to doing that, and yeah, it's been Um, I hope I have way more done and I can show you more of what I have because let's like complete like if I'm speaking honestly, just having 1 minute of a script done is especially for how good I was feeling today. That's just not acceptable really. So I do think that hopefully by the time I come to you tomorrow, I will have at least, and I don't know how long the video is going to be, but I do know that I have a lot to say. So there's a very strong possibility it'll be longer than 8 minutes. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have at least half of it. Like, let's say if minimum is 8 minutes, then it'll be at least 4 minutes done. Hopefully. Um, So my process typically goes like this, which you'll see over the coming days, is that I write the script and then I try to get it done as fast and as early as I can. So that is the reason why you see that I have a lot of. That's the reason why you see that I have a lot of, like rough outlines and stuff, because I just brain dump a lot and then I convert that into the script. So I try to get it done as fast as possible and then convert that into, or edit that, because obviously the first, like you see, like even as I'm writing, I still go back and then, try to edit some of the stuff that I have written. So edit that and then obviously re-edit it and edit it more until it's time for me to film, and then film, and then that's it. Any edits that I need to make can be edited in post, and that's it. That's the game plan. We'll see. It's Monday. This is due Sunday, next week Sunday. Um. So yeah, we'll see. Side note: Shelby Sapp has been emailing the crap out of me. I think they probably did this thing where they like automatically add certain people to their like to the list where like they're invited to every single class, which is kind of annoying. But I could just opt out. But I think it's cool. I'll probably one day look at it. So, oh, I need to check so I can't see chat, so I don't know if anyone is in chat. I doubt that anyone's in chat. But I can't see chat. Okay, cool. No one's in chat. Yeah, I was gonna say I need to check because for whatever reason OBS is not letting me. Oh, am I not live? I am live. Okay, I was gonna say. For whatever reason OBS is not letting me look at chat, so I also could just pop this out. Let me see. Pop out chat. Which I don't need to do, but if I wanted to, that is a possibility. Okay. That is that. That is literally the end of the stream. Like I have nothing else. And I'm dropping frames. I don't know why, and I don't know how to fix that. I'm going to try to fix it. I don't know how to, because it says on you. Oh my gosh, I see it. I see it. I see it as I'm looking at it. That is tragic. It says it says that like everything is excellent, so I don't know, but I will see you when I see you.